Now to some developing news tonight from Michigan. That's where 3 students are dead and 8 others hurt after a shooting there at a high school.
And just a few minutes ago, we unfortunately learned that many of those who were hurt remain in critical condition at the hospital. Police also say the gun that was used by the student was recently bought by his father. Channel 3's Nichelle Medina has more on what we know tonight.
The community of Oxford, Michigan is in mourning after it became the scene of the latest school shooting in the U.S. The first of more than 100 911 calls was received from Oxford High School shortly before 1 p.m. Tuesday. Emergency personnel swarmed the campus. A pair of sheriff's deputies apprehended a suspect within minutes.
He did not give us any resistance when he was taken into custody. He's not cooperating with us at this point. We have talked to the parents, and all I can tell you is they didn't want their son to talk to us, and they've hired an attorney.
Investigators say the alleged shooter is a 15-year-old sophomore at the school. They say the boy was armed with a semi-automatic handgun and had several magazines with him. They believe he acted alone, but said it remains unclear what prompted the rampage.
We don't know if they were targeted. We will get to the bottom of that.
The dead include a 16-year-old boy and 2 girls. One was 17 years old and the other just 14.
As we learn the full details, my heart goes out to the families enduring the unimaginable grief of losing a loved one.
Nichelle Medina, CBS News.
Heartbreaking for sure. Also right now at 11 back here in our state tonight, they are talking about tightening school security.
Only 2 days into the school week, and we've covered several stories where investigations force police to beef up their presence. That includes at schools in places like Hartford, New Haven, Meriden, and others. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Shante Passmore examines why there's a sudden rise of threats and sometimes violence. Shante.
Mark and Aaron, across the state, students and their families endured frightening moments of not knowing what was happening at their schools. And tonight, there's growing concern the pandemic is taking a toll on students. From Hamden to Meriden, police lined the perimeters of schools.
I came down here to see what was going on, and then I'm hearing all the rumors and the stories. It was something pertaining to a gun. So it was very alarming as a parent to hear that.
At Platt High School, 2 students could be facing expulsion after waving around what looked like a gun online, but police determined it was fake. Earlier, it sent the school into lockdown. The heightened security is necessary.
I think we've had approximately 20 shooting incidents since August of this year.
Criminal justice expert at the University of New Haven, Bobby McDonald, tells Eyewitness News students are having trouble transitioning back to normal after COVID-19 disrupted their learning environment.
There could be some issues with mental health and stressors that are dealing with those type of issues, going from one set of learning elements into another one.
Since Monday, Eyewitness News received reports of police investigating allegations and fights. At New Milford High School, police investigated an online threat that turned out to be not viable. In New Haven, the district dealt with 2 separate incidents of students carrying knives, while another brandished what appeared to be a gun, but police said it was a lighter. Hartford police investigated whether a possible weapon was at Capitol Prep. Officers uncovered a BB gun in a student's backpack. And because of remote learning, last year numbers for school-related threats and violence were, of course, down. But as we just heard, school-related shootings are nearing 20 since this academic year started nationwide. And so far, we're not even into the holiday break just yet. Live at the mobile newsroom this evening, Shante Passmore, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Shante.